Hello guys, and today I will be talking about serendipity. I will be discussing 4 points: neural connections, dreams, face locking, and sexual reproduction. Knowing neural connections can help us better understand serendipity so that we can actually know what is going on in our brain as serendipitous ideas start to form. In a nutshell, the process is that the neurons take the electrical signals via the axons and onto the other neurons via the synaps, where neurotransmitters go to the receiving neuron. Now, my next point will be about dreams. Sometimes, serendipity can come in the form of dreams. It's just that time when you see something in your dream that is related to what you were thinking or trying to solve in the current situation and relate those two seemingly off and unrelated things. One very interesting example of this is Kekele von Stradonit's serendipitous discovery. Kekele was a scientist who spent 10 years of his life studying the connections of carbon-based molecules. He never got around and figured out the structure of benzene molecules. One day, he daydreamed and saw a vision of Ouroboros, the serpent from Greek mythology. Because of this, he realized that the benzene molecule was a perfect ring of carbon with hydrogen atoms surrounding its outer edges. He was able to discover something from his study by daydreaming of a completely unrelated thing. As Freud said on Dreamwork, it is not about unveiling a repressed truth, but exploring new truths with these combinations. The next thing that I will talk about is face locking. Face locking happens when the neurons fire in a synchronized fashion. This means that in this state, the brain is very organized and orderly. If there is face lock, a state of the brain in which it is very clean, organized, and orderly, there's also sure to be the opposite. This is chaos. Chaos happens when the neurons do not fire at the same time and results to a very random thought process. But according to Robert Thatcher's study, the more chaotic your mind is, the more IQ points you get, and the more time you are in face lock, the lower your IQ is. This means that if you have a rather disorganized brain, there's a higher chance that you'll have a higher IQ than those who don't. So, what does this all mean? It means that face lock hinders creative and serendipitous ideas. The last point that I will be talking about is sexual reproduction. What is the relation of sex and serendipity, you ask? It is the different combinations of life. The thing here is, it is brought by random connections. Out of the entire universe, 2 specific people chose to share genes. And that concludes my video. I hope you learned a thing or two, and I also hope that you enjoyed as well. Goodbye, and thank you for watching.
Created using Powtoon.